I think deaf culture is important because it gives deaf people a sense of belonging. Those that can't hear, like obviously deaf people, they don't really belong in the hearing community. So they need somewhere to belong, which would be the deaf community, somewhere to just feel accepted.
I feel the reason that deaf culture is important is because those that are disabled have a way of communicating with each other, where in the regular society it's harder for them to find and communicate with others.
I think that every group of people has their inherent culture already in them. So obviously the deaf culture by itself is important because that gives those that are deaf an opportunity to develop relationships and have events and opportunities that they create themselves, and that gives them purpose in life, so that they enjoy being together, they enjoy meeting and having celebrations on their own and stuff like that. So every culture has celebrations. Deaf culture be no different. They have their own celebrations and stuff, and they have their own way of celebrating, and that's unique to them. That's what's important. That brings everyone together, especially in the deaf community.
I think ASL is very important to the deaf community because it's not only just a way of communication instead of just reading and writing. You've got a sense of belonging again, being able to be part of a group and part of a family besides just your family. Same goes with any other culture, any other language.
Without sign language, they are not able to communicate with each other effectively. That's their way of communicating, just like any other language, whether it's Spanish or Japanese or German or English. It's their way of communicating.
Sign language is important to that deaf community. Obviously, is communication. You know, that's their way of communicating one with another, and it's becoming more and more commonplace to see sign language being taught. People who don't have that issue or problem with hearing something, that know gestures, words and phrases and stuff like that, are exposed to it a lot more often now than they used to be. So it's become more prevalent. They're able to communicate easier outside of their community with other people, and people are very respectful to that group for, you know, being able to speak sign language, and they want to help them. So for them to communicate, for them to continue to grow in society, you know, they have to have a way of communicating. Sign language is one of them.